Hello, everyone. So, I've never been much of a Star Trek fan, or at least not of the TV series. In fact, I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Star Trek in my life. I've seen bits and pieces of it. When I was a kid, sometimes I turned on the TV and said, "Oh, hey, Star Trek is on," and I would watch it for like 10 seconds and say, "Cool, that was interesting. I'll never watch it again." And that prediction actually came true. So I've never been a big fan of the TV show, but I am a fan of the game. So there was a classic computer game. We're going back to way back to the early days. This is like pre-PC days. This is going way back to the days of games like Hunt the Wumpus and Colossal Cave and stuff like that. And there was a game which I think was just called Trek, but it was obviously, based on the Star Trek universe. And it's a pretty cloned game. Like there have been a lot of different clones of it over the years, different sort of versions of it. It's been remade and remade several times. But I'm going to go ahead and show you a few different variations on the sort of Star Trek formula today. Um, Really good Star Trek games are the two games from Interplay. Like there was the Star Trek 25th Anniversary Edition, which is an adventure game made and published by Interplay, and then there was I think a sequel called what was it called, Judgment Rights or something like that. Those are good games. And people will say that I should play those games someday. Maybe I will, but the problem is that because I'm not a big Star Trek fan, I wouldn't understand a lot of the lore and references and things like that are in those games. Even though adventure games are, very much my kind of thing, but I like other types of games as well. So today I'm going to showcase four different Trek games that are not adventure games. They're just more like tactical kind of combat space games, which are all very much good old DOS games. So I'm going to start with the one that's probably the most direct sort of a clone of the old Trek game. And probably one of the best known DOS Star Trek style games. It's simply called EGA Trek. And if we go ahead and run it, we should see, yeah, it's from the venerable Nels Anderson, who made a lot of really good shareware DOS games back in the day. Now, this is version 2.31, as you can see. There are newer versions than this. There's a version 3.0, and I think there is a version 3.1 that came out later. But version 3.0 changed all the names. So you see how we have the USS Enterprise and Starfleet Command and all that? For copyright reasons, version 3.0 changed all these names to to like generic names. So like this game is mostly about hunting Klingons, and I think in version 3.0 the Klingons became Mongols, and who's going to want to hunt Mongols? Nobody. So that's why I specifically sought out this version for the purposes of this video, even though the later versions of this game might have, improved some things and tweaked a few things to make the game run better overall, but still, for nostalgia purposes, let's go back and play the game, which actually uses like actual Star Trek terminology. We require a briefing. Okay, sure. Let's go ahead and do a briefing. Okay, that's too much briefing for me. I'm not gonna. Okay, this is way too much briefing. This is way too much briefing. I'm not gonna read this much briefing. Sorry. I regret saying yes to the briefing question. I shouldn't have said yes. I should not have. Well, okay. Some of you folks may want to read this. You can read this if you'd like. I'm not going to read this. All of the games that I'm going to feature in this video are games that I have played in the past. Actually, I've played all of them a fair bit in the past. But none of them are games I've played recently. These are all games I've played a long time ago. So this is going to be kind of a learning experience for me as well, because I'm going to have to relearn how to play these games. And figuring out how to play these games is part of the fun. Part of the fun of these old DOS games is figuring out how the heck the game works. So we're going to kind of share that experience together, kind of see how we figure out how to play these games. I don't want to restore a saved game. Please enter your name. I'll go ahead and say I am Late Blight. This is the difficulty setting, 1 to 5. I'll choose the easiest one because, this is just like a demonstration of how the game works. Please enter a self-destruct password. Self. Nobody's going to guess that. Also, it says I'm a lieutenant commander, I think because of the because I chose difficulty setting 1. I think your rank increases with the game's difficulty setting, but I'm a lieutenant commander, which is the easiest setting. So, all right, here we go. Oh yeah, and there's already a Klingon battleship there. So, so that's cool. That's fine. So the game uses text commands. You can see that little sort of magenta area there in the on the left-hand side. That's where you type in commands. So we've got a Klingon battleship here. So in the upper left, we have the local quadrant that we're in, and then in the upper right, we have the, as you can see, the chart of the known galaxy. So that's like the long range. That's like the whole game map in the upper right, and then each section of that map is divided into the 8x8 grid that you see in the upper left. So I'm going to go ahead and attack this Klingon battleship. Let's see. Do we want to use? We can use torpedoes or we can use lasers. I think those are the two main weapons. So let's go ahead and fire a torpedo at. I'll say torpedo. Number to fire. I'll just fire one torpedo. So to fire number one at. So the Klingon is at, oh, okay, that's lucky. I forget if the X or the Y coordinate, if the horizontal or the vertical coordinates come first. It's usually XY, which means horizontal and then vertical. But actually the Klingon is at 6, so it doesn't really matter which one comes first. We just say, there we go. Klingon 6 destroyed. Nice. Okay, there we go. And now status is green because we eliminated all Klingons from this sector. So, cool, or quadrant or whatever. So, one thing I want to do is change the warp speed because we're at warp 1, which means it's going to take forever to get somewhere. So I'm going to say W for warp, and I'll say warp speed of, I think 5 is the speed that I usually used. And I'm going to press arrow down to lower the shields because flying around with your shields up uses a lot of energy, if I remember correctly, and we don't want to do that. Okay, so we can see in quadrant 6-3 or 3-6. I'm going to go ahead and hope it's 3-6. I'm going to go ahead and say move, quad sectors. So I'll say quad 3-6, and then I'll just say sector 4-4. Hopefully this works out. Because you can see the red color, see that red 406? The red color means that there are some enemy ships present there. So let's go ahead and kick some butt. Hopefully I will go, oh, no, it's, okay, so it's actually, I typed 3-6, didn't I? Okay, so it's actually, yeah, vertical and then horizontal. Okay, fine. So that means, okay, so if I say move 5-6, there we go. That's got us next to this space station here. Now we can say dock, and that will get us to dock with the station base, which basically means that we replenish our supplies, we replenish our weapons and energy. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead then and go to, we see at 2-5, there are some enemies there. So let's go to 2-5, and I usually just say sector 4-4, so that'll be fine. All right. So now we can fire 3 torpedoes. I think we can only fire 3 torpedoes at a time. We can't, yeah, only 3 tubes. Okay, the ship only has 3 tubes, so we can fire 3 torpedoes at a time. So good, fine. So I'll go ahead and fire then. So it's vertical and horizontal. So I'll go ahead and fire at 1-4, 2-7, and 8-7. There we go. Oh, the Klingon was damaged but not destroyed. Interesting. Okay. And we took a 61 unit hit. Actually, I should have raised my shields. Let me do that. There you go. Raising shields. You just press up arrow. The reason you don't see me typing anything is because I just pressed up arrow and down arrow to raise and lower shields. So we can actually use our laser here. In later games, that weapon was made into a laser, but here it's still the actual Star Trek term, so it's a phaser, not a laser. So I think you press P for phase. There we go. Amount to fire at, I guess 500 is okay. There we go. Klingon destroyed. Nice. All right, lowering shields. Let's try that quadrant again. So it was 6-3, and I'll try 4-4. Let's see if that works out. Okay, so we took quite a bit of damage, actually. Actually, I'm being kind of stupid. I should probably raise my shields before I go into an active combat area, but we're playing on the easiest settings, so we don't need to worry too much. All right, so we're going to fire 3 torpedoes, so we can get rid of three of these guys at a time, and I'm going to take a hit from the 4th one. Oh, and actually one was only damaged and not destroyed, so okay, that's fine. All right, I'm surprised we haven't taken, we've taken some damage, but I'm surprised we don't have any malfunctions yet. It's just because we're on the easiest setting, I guess. Because the system status at the bottom, they're all green. We don't have a systems failure yet. Okay, that's fine. Let's fire phasers. Let's go ahead and fire 7-5 hasn't been damaged yet. So let's go ahead and go crazy. Let's say 800. There we go. And this other guy's already been damaged by a torpedo, so they'll probably take less energy. There we go. 400 is fine. All right, cool. Status green. All right, let's see now. Let's go to, can I fly to, Can I fly to 7144? Oops, move blocked by that. We got blocked by that star. It's kind of annoying sometimes. You fly into stars, you kind of get, yeah, you get blocked by stars. All right. Ooh, we have some enemies right down from us. So I'll raise my shields this time. Then I'll go to 8244. Now we'll have, yeah, we have 2 Klingons here. Ooh, Starbase in 5-5 is under attack. Okay, we will need to go there and rescue them. But first, let's take care of these guys here. So, oops, oh, I keep typing L for lasers. I'm used to the newer version of the game. It's P for phasers. So 800 and 800. Okay, good. The phaser's overheated a little bit, but that's okay. So what I should do now is, since I'm going to go and fly to another combat area, and you can see my energy is way down, I'm going to actually fly to 7-4. Let's go to 7444, and I'll dock with the station here, and that will replenish my energy and my weapons. Very nice. All right, so now we can go to let's raise our shields, and now let's go to 5544, and we'll have, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and let's do some combat-y stuff here. I'll just do 800 for all these. That'll probably overheat my phasers, but that's okay. I can repair with the space station after all the Klingons are destroyed. So 800, Klingon destroyed, 800 Klingon destroyed. There we go. Phasers have overheated. They're at 91% efficiency, but that's okay. We can lower our shields, move to 6-4, and dock. And there we go. Wait until we get repaired, and we're already repaired, so great. So we have 13 Klingons left. Do I want to play this all the way to the end? Let's see how far I get. Let's see how far I get with this. We're not doing too badly. I mean, it's the easiest setting, so come on. I'm not being too ambitious here, but all right, so let's fire 3 torpedoes, 3-1, 3-4, and 7-7. All right. Oh, faux torp fails to detonate. That's great. Nice. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's fire a couple of torpedoes. I don't want to... Let's try it, actually. I didn't want to fire a torpedo at the guy at the bottom because there's a star in the way. The torpedo's probably going to hit the star and trigger a nova. But let's actually try it. Let's see what happens. I mean, that's part of the fun of the game, right? Is trying different things and seeing what happens. So, yep. Torpedo triggers Nova, 1 Klingon destroyed. All right, so that Nova destroyed the Klingon, and it also caused us a little bit of damage, but not too badly. All right, so let's go ahead and let's keep cruising. Let's go down to 7-7. Let's see what's in 7-7. Nothing is here. We can go up. I'm not even going to raise my shields because there's just one of them in 6-7. So I'll go to 6-7. Not even going to bother with the shields, just going to shoot a torpedo at this guy. And he's done. What else do we have here? Let's go to 3-8, see is there anything out there. No, but there are a couple of them in 2-8, so let's go ahead and go to 2-8. And we can do, I'll do 3 torpedoes. Oh, I only have two torpedoes left, that's fine. All right, 6-5 and 8-7. There we go, that's convenient. All right, let's go ahead and go to 2-7, and we can dock with this station here. That's nice. That replenished our torpedoes. All right, I'm going to go to 4-6 to take care of that 1 Klingon there. All right, that's done. Go down to 7-5, take care of those couple of Klingons there. They're both behind stars, so I'm just going to use my phasers, 800 and 800. All right, that's fine. So, okay, I only have 3 Klingons left. You can see at the top where it says Warp 5, then it says Klingons 3, so there are only 3 Klingons left in this whole game. So we can go ahead and finish them off. Let's go to 2-2, and let's see what's happening out there. Okay, there are none here, so they must be in... Okay, the remaining ones must either be in 4-1 or 5-1, because those are the only 2 parts that we haven't mapped yet. So let's go to 4-2, kind of get an idea of what we're getting into. Okay, so there's 1 to the left of us. That's fine. I'll raise my shields and go 4-1, 4-4. And I'll just, yeah, fire a torpedo at that guy. All right, he's done. All right, let's mop off the last 2, or mop up, I guess, finish off the last 2 Klingons here, and there we go. That's it. The last Klingon's been destroyed. That was the game. So, yeah, there are some statistics there, and here are some more statistics. So we did 1 rescue, bonus for completing mission. Klingons killed at 10 each. Commanders killed. We didn't have any commanders at the easiest setting. Kill per day ratio is not bad. Casualties on board had none. Stars destroyed. Okay, -5 for causing a nova. That's not too bad. We didn't destroy any bases. So 1,404, which is not terrible, I guess. Not great, not terrible. Play again? No, thank you. So there you go. That's EGA Trek. Pretty good game. Pretty good clone of the classic Star Trek game. It's nothing too remarkable, but it is a good, solid game. Good, solid DOS game. Very solid. Yes, reliable entertainment. And now that we've seen that, I'm going to jump to the opposite. I'm going to jump to something that's very, very finicky and flaky. We're about to get blown away by the sheer experience that is SimTrek. Get a load of this. Rock and Soft version presents SimTrek version 2.3. Latest version is $12. Registered version many features not found in the demo version. That is true. Press any key to continue. And now for our feature presentation, initializing SimTrek version 2.3. This initializing takes a while, I guess. Am I supposed to press anything? I mean, you'd think it just... Okay, I pressed enter, but it didn't do anything, so... There we go. SimTrek version 2.3, copyright, Rock and Sound, version, please share with others. Space, the final frontier. There you go. So this game has voice synthesis, and the voice synthesis is, well, it doesn't sound very good, but let's be fair. I guess it wasn't bad for a DOS game at the time. So, getting help. You can select the green computer button up here to get help with SimTrek. I like how there's an option for hard copy. I guess you can print these messages out if you want to, but I'll just go ahead and say, you know what, I'm actually going to slow this down because I think the game's running a tad too fast. So I slowed it down a bit, or I slowed DOSBox down a bit. Let's go ahead and acknowledge that. Oh, okay, I think it's a little too slow now. All right. Wow, that sounded horrible. Proceed to target 1 in the neutral zone, launch military probe, avoid contact with their targets at all costs. Okay, acknowledged. All right. So, where's target 1? Uh-oh, sensor contact. That's bad. Probably means that we are going to have to fight somebody. Uh-oh. Oh, no. There's a present abort mission. Another attempt we made with a better captain in command. Okay, well, that was the end of that. So, I lost because I wasn't supposed to make contact with anyone, but I made contact with the Klingon battlecruiser. What a shame. And yeah, so you see how it had a heading and then a mark? So basically, the way that the game works is it works in 3D. So a heading is like, I mean, it's one dimension. Or I guess 2 dimensions. This is like a 2-dimensional sort of circle with your heading. But then your mark is in the other direction. It's like, if you imagine like the heading and pitch of an aircraft, it's kind of like that. It's basically, yeah, the 2 different dimensions. So you actually have to chase targets in 3D in this game. Alright, okay, now it's time to fight. Intercept and destroy target 1. Other targets may try to intercept you. Do not let target 1 leave Federation space. Okay. Oh no, raise shields. There we go, raise shields. Oh no, this person's shooting at me. Oh no, turn on the phasers. Ah. Ah. You know what? Can I turn off? The problem is the speech synthesis pauses the game. So every time the game pauses, oh, shut up. I can't do anything because each time it starts speaking, I have to wait for the voice to finish. There we go. Lock. All right. I finally armed the torpedoes, and I'm going to try to lock them. Well, that was that. Mission failure, starship destroyed in combat. Okay. I wonder if I want a hard copy of that. Awarded commendation for bravery and silver star for bravery. That's nice. I mean, I died, but at least I got the silver star and a commendation. That's nice. So, that was Simtrek. Obviously, the first thing you want to do when you start the game is turn off that synthesized audio for two reasons. First of all, it sounds terrible, and it's extremely annoying. And secondly, it pauses the game every single time. Every time it says anything, it pauses the game until the voice finishes. And the game, as you can see, proceeds quickly enough that pausing in the middle of combat is basically a big no-no. That's something you don't want to do. How do I... Can I move beyond this now? Oh, yeah. Okay. You have to click the mouse. You can't use the keyboard. You have to click the mouse to move beyond that. So the game has 50... The registered version has 50 missions, more phaser bangs, and blah, blah. Okay, I'm not going to read all that. I'd like to point out this is version 2.3 of this game. Imagine what version 1.0 was. I don't want to say too much bad about this game because, let's be fair, it's very different, and I appreciate games that try to do something different. This effort to make a first-person Trek game and to have it in 3D, so you don't just have a heading, you have also the what was it, the mark or whatever. Interesting idea. Not necessarily a good idea, but I applaud the game at least for trying to do something different, because this game definitely does some stuff that no other game of this type does. So... a commendation, just as I got a commendation when I died. This game gets a commendation from me for trying something very different. Unfortunately, the execution is somewhat lacking. I wonder what happens if you mail a check or money order for $12 to that address now. Probably it just disappears. Probably you'll never hear back from anyone. That was Simtrek. That was probably the low point of this video. And again, I don't want to badmouth the game too much. I appreciate what it's doing. I appreciate that it's doing something different. That is something very valuable in my opinion. But unfortunately, the execution didn't work out very well. Okay, let's move from that to, there we go. Begin 2. Now this game, oh boy. Let's see, do I have, yeah, I have list here. Let's go ahead and look at the manual here briefly. I don't know why it's like that. Version 1.65, copyright 94, 1989, Clockwork Software in San Jose, California. You know, I'm not going to read all this, but I'm just going to quickly page through it so that if anybody wants to actually read it, they can. If you want to pause the video and read some of this, you're welcome to. This is a pretty smart game, or at least it seems like it. Maybe it just seems that way to me because I'm not smart. But this is the kind of game where, I mean, they're not kidding when they say it's a tactical game. This is a very tactical game. It requires a lot of tactics. Yeah. So, it's text-based. There's a lot of text, a lot of commands, as you can see, a lot of stuff going on. Same kind of idea as EGA Trek. I mean, it's a Trek game, basically, but, okay, I think that's the end, so let's go ahead and just run this. All right, that's nice. Future Captain, your last name is, I'll just say my name is Light Blight. We be, I guess I'll fight for the Federation. What shall I be? So whom are we fighting against? Let's go ahead and fight against the Klingons. And you can allocate ships. So let's see. Let's see. Do I want to have an interceptor? All right, set up orders. So I can say ally. Okay, ally 1 interceptor. There we go. Okay, cool. And then I can say enemy 1 escort. There we go. And now we can say begin. Here we go. Oh, this is actually different from the. Oh, this is interesting. This is different from the game that I remember because. Okay, this is a newer version than the one I played, because the one I played was totally text-based. This actually has graphics. I mean, the one I had text-based graphics. Like, it had basically a grid, but it was all just text. But this has real graphics in it. So this is actually a newer version than when I played. I just downloaded this and didn't even try it. Okay, Spock estimates our chance of defeating him to 1.19 to 1, so pretty even odds. Let's see. What commands? Whoa, that is a lot of commands. Oh, mama, that is a lot of commands. And they scroll by too quickly for me to even... Okay, I'm just going to say torpedo. I'm just going to fire torpedo. Fire torpedoes, only 1. Good. Chekhov, fire torpedoes 1. Tube 1, enable to fire. Why? Oh, do I need to load them first? Load torpedo. Which tubes? Only 1. Torpedo class. I don't know. What classes are there? Ah. I don't know the torpedo classes. All right, can I say phasers? Fire phaser 1. Spread 10, very focused. Firing 1 phaser. Okay, that's cool. I don't think that did anything. I think I need to probably lock phasers first. Lock phaser. Lock bank 1 onto asteroid. I think that's not an actual asteroid. I think that's my opponent. There we go. Locking 1 bank on the asteroid. And let's do the other one as well. Lock phaser bank 2 on the asteroid. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and fire phaser. 1. Spread of 10. Why is bank 1 unable to fire? Oh, maybe because it needed to charge first. Let's try again. Both phaser banks are green now, so I'm going to hope that they can fire now. So let me try again. Phaser 1, spread 10. All right, we fired 1 phaser. That didn't really do anything because the asteroid is too far away. Can I just wait? Oh, if you just press enter, it waits. Okay, let's wait for this guy to get closer. Oh, he fired a torpedo at us. I'd like to be able to fire a torpedo as well. You know what? Problem is I don't know what kind of torpedoes that are available. Oh, he fired another torpedo. Did that torpedo miss us? Oh, 1 hit on shield 1. Okay. I don't know what that KTX means. Does that mean K thanks? Okay, thanks for hitting me with the torpedo. Let's try firing phasers again. I don't know how far away. I don't know what the range on these phasers is. But let's try it. That probably didn't do much. I'm going to guess that 8,000, and now it's 7,000. I'm going to guess that's his range. So what's the range on these phasers? Okay, let's try firing phasers again. Fire phaser 1, spread 10. There we go. Asteroid shield 1 hit. All right. Let's try firing phaser 2, spread da-da-da-da-da. Asteroid shield 5 hit. Cool. Now he's firing phasers at me, but let's see how this works out. All right. Oh, I died. Reporter of simulated death sent to Starfleet Command. Okay, cool. We are disappointed with your performance. Recommend more practice. All right. Well. Oh well. That's basically how the game works. You need to know all the commands. You need to know the. At a minimum, I guess you need to know the torpedo types, because I couldn't load my torpedo tubes because I didn't know what types of torpedoes are available to me, which is kind of embarrassing. One thing, I'll just do one quick thing that I remember having some fun with back in the day, or one kind of cheap way of doing things. The Orion pirates, their ships have really good self-destruct strengths. So if I say I'm going to have like ally 1 assassin and then give the enemy like 9 interceptors, now we can say begin. Now, yeah, chance of defeating the enemy is 21.52 to 1 against. So our chances of defeating these guys are I mean, it's basically impossible. But what we can do is we say warp 9. Helm. Come to course. I think 132 is probably already a good course because I'm probably facing these guys. Actually, is that my, hold on. Okay, here we go. Here's warp factor. So I'll say warp factor 14. All right. Are we actually moving now? Okay. Doesn't look like it. Let's see. Can I self-destruct now? Self-destruct delay 5. If I can get close enough to one of these guys... Let's see. Did I... After that, lots performance drinks are on you. Okay. I didn't actually... Okay. What you need to do is get close enough to one of the enemy ships, and then if you can get close enough and self-destruct, you can actually destroy them with your self-destruct blast, because the Orion ships have pretty good... They have very strong self-destruct bombs. So, I mean, obviously you die, but you still get a good score if you manage to take one of them with you. But I didn't, so... Yeah, I haven't played this game in years. I just suddenly thought of it and thought I should play this game on video because it's fun. It's actually a pretty good game once you figure it out. I don't remember the different ways of doing things. Okay, cool. That was that. So I'm going to finish off now with something a little bit different. This game is just called V-Trek. It comes with no documentation. It comes with no details as to who made it. The game is totally... I mean, it's basically anonymous. There's no indication here of any company name or any developer or programmer name. The game just runs, and that's it. Which is interesting. I mean, I'd like to be able to say thank you to the person who made this game, but I don't know. Nobody knows who made it. So anyway, so the vertical... here is the difficulty, so I'm going to play on the easiest difficulty, so I'll be a cadet in the blue area, and this is how many days you want to play for. I'll go ahead and say somewhere in the middle, that's fine. Click there. All right, so this game is mouse controlled, so basically, let's see, how do the controls work? I think if I left click here, yep, that fires a torpedo at that Klingon. There we go. Got rid of that Klingon. Nice. And if you click the right mouse button, that moves your ship. So left mouse button shoots a torpedo, right mouse button moves your ship. So you can see it's kind of similar to the EGA Trek game that we saw. It's the same kind of idea. This is your short range scanner. This is your local quadrant. Here it's a... it's actually a 10 by 10 grid. It looks like 9 by 9, but because it starts from 0, it's actually 10 by 10. Is that right? I think that's right, yeah. Which is cool. And then on the left here you have your, the whole game map. So you can just kind of cruise around and look for Klingons and shoot at them. And they run away. See, it says Klingons flee the quadrant. So these Klingons are kind of cowardly and they'll run away after a while. So you can just kind of chase them down, chase them around. Have some, It's interesting. Why did I shoot a... I think I shot a phaser instead of a torpedo. That's interesting. Odd. All right, well, we can dock with the station here. Let's go ahead and... Where's the dock button? That's this here. Docking. There we go. Full energy. Let's come down here. Shoot some more Klingons. I wanted to actually shoot torpedoes and not... there we go. There we go. That might have been what I was missing. I needed to click on that, I guess. So you can kind of have some fun just clicking around and blowing up Klingons. I mean, it's pretty intuitive because it's mouse controlled, so you don't need all those commands. Some people probably prefer this because you can just point and click. You don't need to memorize all those commands. It definitely makes it easier to play, but it also, I don't know. On the one hand, you could make the case that being mouse controlled makes it lose some depth. But on the other hand, there are enough controls here, there are enough options and thingies and gubbins here to kind of lend some depth to it. So it's an interesting approach. I wouldn't say that it's a shallow game or a game for dummies. That's not the case. Um, it does probably feel more intuitive, like I said, because it's mouse controlled. So are we enemies with the Romulans? I guess we are. Klingons and Romulans. Cool. Whoops. Let's see. How do I fire phasers? How do I fire phasers instead of... Oh, that's how you click on the energy bar and that fires phasers. That's cool. All right. All right. You can just kind of get caught up in the clicking because you don't need commands. You can just kind of get caught up in just clicking on stuff. I'm just clicking on stuff. I click on things. I click all the things. I don't know what or why I click, but I click because I can. Which doesn't seem like a very wise thing to do when you think about it. I mean, you can get yourself into trouble by just clicking on things because you can click on them without knowing what they are. But this is what people do, isn't it? People will just love to click on stuff, just like little kids. People love to click on things because we are fundamentally children at heart, aren't we? That's all we are. We're just big kids playing at being adults. So yeah, click on things. Here on the left, you can see how many Klingons we have left, and so on. So yeah, just fly around and click on the stuff. And you can do things like, if you find planets, what is this red stuff here now? Oh, it's these Tholians. These Tholians make webs, I guess. That's some special property that they have. Stupid Tholian. All caught up in your web. Base attack 8-3. Okay, we need to go to 8-3. So hold on. So is that, I guess that would be this here then? Crud. Stupid Tholian. How do I get through this barrier that it built? I don't know. Stupid Tholian. Go away with your crazy web building nonsense. So wait, we need to go to 8-3, right? Is that this here or this here? I'm going to hope it's this here. All right. I have not much energy, so I'm going to dock. There we go. Oh, hey. Starbase saved from attack. Starfleet Command notices and commends you. Cool, I got a commendation just for showing up because the Klingons fled. Didn't even have to fight them. Alright, now I guess I'll fight them. There we go. Everybody died. And then this Romulan showed up, and then that Romulan died of mysterious causes. Oh yeah, I think you can land on... This is a planet. So you can send like away teams to land on planets as well. So like, let's say Orbit Lock, Transporter. Oh boy. Oh boy. The lackadaisical young cadet Kirk is single-handedly losing the war with no starbases lost. Oh boy. Gosh. Golly gosh. Okay, we mined some dilithium. I don't know what that's good for. It's probably energy. Oh, I need to beam back up. Uh-oh. The Enterprise has 1 tribbles. That's going to be a problem. The tribbles are going to multiply rapidly just as they do on the TV show, and that means trouble. That means the ship's going to be full of tribbles soon. There was an option on the startup screen to actually disable tribbles, but I didn't use it, so Can we mine this planet here? There we go. Got some uplifting. They still say I'm losing the war. Why am I losing the war? How am I losing the war? That's nonsense. I'm winning. I'm killing everything. There we go. Got another commendation for saving this starbase here. Slide down here. Get rid of this guy. Starbase in 1-2 is under attack. Oh, that's this starbase here where we just were. There we go. All these rescues. Man, I'm getting all these commendations just for saving all these starbases and not even really doing much because I'm literally just showing up and getting commended for showing up. Let's see. Where be all the Klingons at? All right, can we orbit these planets and mine them? Oh, is there a base under attack? Oh, base at 6-4. Okay, that's this base here, I guess. No, sorry, this is 4-6. Okay, 6-4 is this one here. There we go. There we go. All right, starbase saved from attack. Nice. Oh, look at the tribbles. We already have 45 tribbles. They're already getting out of control. Oh boy. Oh boy. I should probably use my phasers more because the problem is the torpedoes take too long. Torpedoes, when you shoot one torpedo and then everybody runs away. Let's see. Where be all them Klingons at? I do not know. All right. We're getting there. I have only 3 Klingons left to kill, so... Where are they? Oh, torpedo tubes clogged with tribbles. The next shot will probably clear them. See? So yeah, tribbles are causing problems now. I have 614 tribbles. That's definitely going to be a problem. Let's come down. You know what? I should actually hold on. I should dock here and get some energy before I attempt to. Oh, we're out of time. We don't have time for that. Oh, crud. Out of time. I didn't give myself enough time to... Alright then. I guess I can't do anything. The Enterprise is out of time. The Federation has fallen. Just because they ran out of time. That's too bad. Alright, press any key for evaluation. I don't know. It seems like I didn't do too badly. Promotion denied, lost the war. Promotion to lackadaisical attitude. How's my attitude lackadaisical? That's nonsense. I was killing everything left and right up until the end. Alright, Klingons for a stardate is not bad. Bases saved lost. Okay, I got 3,000 points for saving a bunch of bases. No casualties, not bad. Novas. Oh, I caused a Nova. Enterprise saved lost 100 points. Overall efficiency rating was 4,361. That's not bad. It's not bad in my opinion. Q for quit. So there you go. That's V-Trek. Pretty good game. It's quite an enigma, quite a mystery that the game designer didn't put their name on it or anything. I guess they really want to remain anonymous. So thank you, anonymous game designer, for a pretty cool game. So there you go. That's 4 very different Star Trek games for DOS. They all have very, very different approaches to what they do, but at the end of the day, they are all tactical space combat simulators. So similar premise, but very, very different executions and outcomes. And some of the games are a lot of fun to play. Some of them are somewhat less fun to play. Actually, they're all fun to play except SimTrek. And again, SimTrek is, I actually like SimTrek. I don't like playing it, but I like that it exists. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't really have much fun playing it, but I take great pleasure in thinking that something like that actually exists, that somebody actually went to the trouble of making something like that, because it's something very special, even if it's not much fun to play. So thank you to, what was it, Rockland Software or Rockefeller or whatever. Thank you to the people who made SimTrek. Thank you to the people who made all these games, because honestly, all these games are fun. I've had fun with these games over the years, and wanted to share some of that fun with you folks. So yeah, that's it. This has been, once again, 4 Star Trek games. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you all later. Ta-ta for now.